welcome back to my channel. So today I'm so excited but a little nervous because this is like a different type of video I have never done on my channel before. But as you may know, I am in my reading era, like can you tell? By the sweatshirt I'm wearing. But I love these videos. Like when I tell you I could watch these videos for hours, I truly mean it. And I thought, you know what, it would be so fun to do one on my own. And yeah, so I hope you will like this. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the books I read in February and then also do my TBR jar. Oh my goodness, I am so excited but a little nervous because I'm just like, oh my goodness. I put like 10 I think in here and I'm gonna pick probably like 3 or 4. I don't want to pick too many books because I am getting busy, so I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to read in March. Anyway, that is my plan. Let's start off with what I read in February. So I actually read a good amount of books for me. Like for other people it would be like nothing, but for me it was good. I think I read generally 5 books and I'm currently reading another book, but I don't know if I'm gonna finish it before February. But anyway, I'll talk about that later. But the first book I read in February was The Inmate by Phoenix McFarlane. And let me just say, I love this book so much. Now, I feel like Phoenix McFarlane is one of those authors where you either like love her books or you like hate her books. From just what I have found out ever since I started reading. And actually the first book I ever read, you know, started getting into reading last year was one of her books. And I'm one of those people who really enjoy her books. And I think if you're getting into reading or if you want to get into reading thrillers, her books are perfect to start with because they're so easy to read and they just like keep you like invested, like oh my goodness, what is gonna happen next. So I would definitely recommend her books if you want to start reading thrillers or get into reading in general, because it definitely helped me. But in terms of The Inmate, oh my goodness, it kept me investing for so long. I was like, I hope this is going somewhere so epic. Like, oh my goodness, I hope some crazy stuff is gonna happen because I love when crazy stuff happens. I feel like a lot of people may not like her books because a lot of crazy stuff happens in her books. But I personally like love it. Like the more crazier, the better. And the end of The Inmate, like I don't want to give anything away. I'll do my best to not give any spoilers. But let me just say, the end of The Inmate, it literally, like, it was one of those books where I'm just like, I need to read this like 3 more times. Like, did I read this right? Like, am I actually like reading these words? Like, is this actually what is happening? Like, I couldn't believe it. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's a 5-star for me. The Inmate, oh my goodness. I love it so much. If you don't know, The Inmate is about, I think, so the main character, Brooke, she is a nurse and she started working at a prison, but not any prison. Okay, she started working at a prison where one of the inmates is someone she knows. And not just that, but it was her like high school boyfriend, and yeah, and she's the reason he is there. And let me just end it with that. It was a crazy book. I would definitely recommend it. And then the other book I read, what we're gonna read next, actually I have it on my phone. Oh, Rock Paper Scissors. So this book I really enjoy. I get any book that keeps me interested and keeps me wanting to read the next chapter is like such a good book to me, and Rock Paper Scissors definitely did that to me. However, I don't know, the vibe of the book wasn't necessarily like, it wasn't my vibe. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it wasn't like a creepy, like scary type of vibe, but basically it's about these 2 characters. They're married and they're having trouble and they decide to go off on like a mini like weekend trip to this place, and it like isolating and everything and some like creepy stuff. But I don't know if I would even consider it creepy, but just like things started happening. I don't even know how to describe it, but basically things happen on this weekend trip get away. And yeah, the plot twist at the end, like, it definitely surprised me. Like, I did not see it coming, but I just think the book wasn't necessarily my vibe, if that makes sense. But I gave it a 3.5, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. But yeah, I would still recommend it if you like thrillers. Like, it wasn't a waste of my time at all. It didn't, like, I don't know. It didn't, like, blow my mind, I guess. But I'm glad I read it. And then the other book I read is The One. Oh my goodness. This was a long time coming. I've been wanting to read this book since, like, beginning of when I started getting into reading. When I heard about this book, I was like, oh my goodness, this sounds so good. Living in a world where you can take a DNA test to find your soulmate, like, are you kidding me? For me, it was like perfect because thrillers, as you will be able to tell, are my favorite. It's like my favorite genre to read, and then also like some romance, but like pretty much like all the books I read are thrillers. So it was just like so amazing. But like the thriller part and then adding some romance, like those two together, like oh my goodness. Like I knew I had to read it, and I knew I would love this book so much. And I read it with one of my best friends, as you may know, and it was so good. What is so funny is I guess one of the plot twists, like not even like, I wasn't even trying to guess. Like sometimes I do, I'm just like, oh my goodness, like let me try to guess what will happen. Like it's fun to guess. I was texting Emma and I was like, oh my goodness, like imagine if this wasn't true. But like I wasn't like serious, I was just like, imagine if it wasn't. And then it literally happened. I was right. Like what? I'm so like, oh my goodness. But there was also so much that happened in this book that I did not see coming. That was just like the one thing that I saw coming where I was like, oh my goodness, like wow. But it was so good. Oh my goodness, the ending was like, wow. I love a mind-blowing ending to a book. Yeah, and then, oh my goodness, actually I have the book right here, and on the book it says now a major TV series, and I saw that and I was like, oh my goodness, of course I have to check this out. And then I saw it was on Netflix and I was like, oh my goodness, that's perfect because I have Netflix. I have to watch it. So yeah, the other day oh, another thing is I got my mom to read this, so I wanted to watch the TV show with her. So she read this and she actually liked this book. I mean, some things she didn't necessarily like because she's not like a big thriller type of reader. Like she doesn't like those books. Like that's the one like opposite between us, is I love thrillers. Meanwhile, she definitely likes other genres a lot more. However, I got her to read this and she gave this a 4.5, so that's pretty good for her. But anyway, I wanted to watch the show with her and we watched the first episode now the day, and let me just say I wish I read the reviews. Oh my goodness. It is nothing like the book. Oh my goodness. When I tell you, I'm just like, why even say it? Why even say now I made a TV series? Like it's like literally is nothing like the book. Like the characters have different names. Like the storylines are like they're different, and I was so disappointed. And then I like went and checked the reviews, and a lot of people were like, no, like this is bad. Like if you watch the book, what? If you read the book, don't bother watching the TV show because it just like I can see if you watch the TV show first. Like I almost feel like you should do that first because it's so different. Like you can't do the other way around or you're gonna be disappointed because it's not the same. And that's what happened to me, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna watch the rest of the TV series because I just can't. I just can't. I would recommend it if you have not read the book, but if you have, like, don't watch it. Especially like me, who is like, I am literally off at getting into TV shows, so like when it's not the same, I'm just like, what's the point? Like why can they do that? Anyway, that's my rant on the one TV show, but the book is incredible, and oh my goodness, I love it. I definitely think if you love thrillers, if you love, you know, romance, it's like the combination of both. And yeah, I don't want to give any of the characters away, but yeah, crazy stuff happening in this book where it's just like, oh my goodness, it's just like the best. So that was the third book I read. Oh, and then the last two books I read was The Crash by Phoebe McFarlane, and I have gone back and forth of like how I feel about this book. This is her newest book. I think it came out at the end of January, and I don't know. I think I would give it like between a 4.5. It definitely kept me like wanting to read the next chapter. Like, she's very good at doing that. However, when I got to the end, it didn't blow my mind. But I will say, I did not predict the plot twist at the end. Like, I'm just like, oh my goodness, I could have easily have done that. Why didn't I, you know, think of that? However, it didn't like completely satisfy me. Like, I don't know like how to describe it. Like, I was left with wanting more. I was left with wanting more crazy stuff to happen, and it just didn't happen. I was just like, I don't know, I was a little disappointed with the ending. However, it was a good book, and you know, it kept me wanting to reoccur the end, which is always good. I know a lot of people, like I said, don't like crazy stuff, but I wish there was some more crazy stuff, because this book is about this woman. Her name is Keegan. She's pregnant. She's 8 months, I think, and a lot of things are going on in her life, and she wants to get away from it all. So she decided, you know what, I'm gonna visit my brother. But then there's a snowstorm. She ends up like driving through a snowstorm. She gets in a crash, and then someone like comes up to her and, you know, save her. But air quotes. She ends up going with this guy to his house, and let me guess, you know what, I'll just leave it at that. I would still recommend it. Like, I don't think it was a waste of my time. It was so good. It just didn't leave me like the inmate left me like mind blown, like, oh my goodness, like I need to read this again. If you know what I mean. So yeah. And then the last book I read is The Unhoneymooners. So this is actually a romance. And this book, oh my goodness, I thought like the concept of this book was so like funny. And if you don't know, it's about, basically it revolves around this wedding, and everyone at the wedding gets sick but 2 people, and those 2 people are enemies, and they end up going on the honeymoon because the 2 people got married got sick. And yeah, it's basically like an enemies to lovers. Like, that's the type of book it is. There was a lot of things I love about this book. It was funny, like I love the characters. Actually, one of the characters I did not like, actually I need to read you. Oh, I have my reading book right here. I love writing down like things about the book. Where is it? Okay, it's right here. It says, there are too many red flags. Why am I the only one who can see them? I'm sorry, that is so relatable. I haven't read as many romances as I have thrillers in the past like year, or not even year, like last summer is when I started getting into reading. So I will say, like, I don't have that much experience, but there, like, obvious there's predictable things that happen, but there was some things where I didn't necessarily see coming that I like, and I love when, you know, I read a book and, you know, things happen that I did not see coming, because I don't want to be able to predict everything. That won't make the book as exciting if I can predict everything. But yeah, that was the last book I read in February. And then the one that I'm reading currently, I am like 23% in. It is Gone Girl. And I have heard so many things about this book. This book is actually kind of old. Did it come out in like 2012? Something like that. It came out a long time ago. And I just heard so many good things about it. And I'm just like, you know what? I need to read it. And I recently got Libby. I got a library card, and that is the first book I am trying out on Libby. I do have 3 books so far on hold. I don't want to put too many books on hold. There's like so many books I want to read, but yeah, I think I will keep it at 3 at least for now. Now let me do my TBR Jar. I am so excited. This is my first time ever doing this. Oh my goodness, I am kind of nervous. Like, I am kind of nervous. I'm kind of nervous. Like, I am kind of nervous. Guys, we're going. We're going. I can't believe I got that on camera. I literally dropped it. This is why I can't hold it with my right hand, my right arm. Oh my goodness. I don't think it broke. Thank God. I was like, no. Of course that would happen on video. Anyway, let's pretend that didn't happen. Now let's do it. So I think I'm gonna pick 3 or 4. Let me start with 1, obviously. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Okay. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. A book from Libby! A book from Libby! Okay, so... Oh my goodness. Can you read that? A book from Libby. Oh my goodness. So, there is this one that I think is available. Let me check. Because I know a lot of them, when I was checking, they, like, the books were not available. But I believe this one is. And yes, okay, it's Funny Story by Emily Henry. I really want to try one of her books because I have heard some good things about her books, and especially Funny Story. I will add that to my list. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Awesome. So let me do another one. Let me do another one. Actually, maybe I'll have you see it first. I'll have you see it first. How about that? What is it? What is it? A genre I don't typically read? Oh my god. I'm actually kind of excited because I picked some ones that I'm just like, yeah, I may like, I didn't want to do like my typical ones, but I wanted to do like something that, you know, kind of like makes me go out of my comfort zone. So a genre I don't typically read is fantasy. In fact, have I ever read a fantasy book in my life? Maybe not. Okay. There's actually a fantasy book that I have, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. It's The Spell Shop, but I want to read it with my friend Emma, so I may wait for that. But there's another one that I've been kind of avoiding, and it is, what is it called? Oh my goodness, why can I not think of this book? It's a series, like obviously a lot of fantasy books are series. Oh wait, is it Fourth Ring? Yeah, it's Fourth Ring. Oh my god, am I actually gonna put that on my TBR for Mars? You know what? I think I'm gonna do it. You know what? I'm gonna do it, okay? Like, it's going on my comfort zone, but I can do it. Oh my goodness. Fourth Ring. Is that like the first book in the series? You know what? I don't know much about fantasy, okay? I don't know much. But yeah, oh my goodness. So far, so good. So let me do another one. I don't know. I kind of want to do 4, but now I'm just like so scared. Okay. What is this one? What is this one? A book I have been avoiding? Oh my god, I'm picking all the harder ones. So I would say Fourth Ring. I don't know. Fourth Wing is definitely a book I've been avoiding. But you know what? There's another book. I wouldn't say I've been avoiding it. It's just I've been reading other books instead of this book. But I did start this book. And then I didn't finish it. Like, I read, like, the first few chapters. And that is Finny Garling is Killing It. Is that how you say her name? I'm not good at pronouncing names. But that book, maybe I'll put that book on my TBR. But, like, I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm avoiding it though. However, it's a book I want to read, and I attempted to read the first chapters, and then I decided to read other books. So, you know what? I'm going to say it qualifies for a book I am avoiding. I've been avoiding. I would say it qualifies. Okay. Yeah. I make my own rules over here. Okay, we'll do one more because this has been so fun. Oh my goodness, I need to do this more often, okay? Like, let me know if you enjoy this because, like, this is so fun. Okay, one more. You want to see the last one? You want to see the last one first? What is it? Okay, I can't read. I can't read like that. A book that got recommended to me. Clearly, I've been talking for way too long because my camera cut me off. Can't be talking for longer than 30 minutes. But a book that got recommended to me on TikTok actually is Before the Stars. And yeah, it sounds so interesting. So it seems like it's like a thriller, like mystery, and kind of like romance. I think. I don't know much about it, but I think it's something like that. Yeah, it sounds very interesting. So I am actually very excited to add that to my TBR for next month. Like, oh my goodness. So yeah, I think I'm gonna keep it at that. So let's do a recap. I'm gonna read Funny Story by Emily Henry, and then I'm gonna read Fourth Wing. I actually don't know the author of that. But Fourth Wing. Oh my goodness, Emma will be so happy that I'm gonna read it. Let's not get our hopes up just yet, but I'm gonna try to read it. It's on my list. It's on my list. And then Before the Stars. And then there was another one. I'm missing one. Oh, wait. I'm missing one book. Oh, Finny Garling is Killing It. That's the last one. So yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. It's a little different, but if you did, give this video a thumbs up. And yeah, let me know if you like my book related videos. And I don't know, it was so much fun. So I hope you enjoy it. Hope you have an amazing day. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe if you want to. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video very soon. Bye.